Good morning. My name is Cardinal Ward. I'm the Interim Executive Director of the Caribbean Science Foundation. Apologize for the late start. But our students have been in breakout rooms doing last minute practicing. They're all very nervous. And I try to tell them there's no need to be. This is a friendly audience. We're here to support them and help them. And they've done a fantastic job over the last 12 Saturdays. And today you'll see the fruits of their labor. So for those of you who don't know much about the Caribbean Science Foundation, we are a non-profit, non-governmental organization. We're based in Barbados, but we serve most of the English-speaking Caribbean countries. And Martinique has inched its way into the SPICE program, which is one of our flagship programs. And there are other non-English speaking countries that would like to participate in our programs, but so far we've only allowed Martinique, but that probably will change slowly over time. The Caribbean Science Foundation, you can see down at the bottom of the screen there what our mantra is. We're trying to groom the next generation of Caribbean science and engineering leaders. The reason we exist as a foundation is to fill gaps in the Caribbean region in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, where we see countries lagging behind and not using STEM for economic development, which is what we think needs to happen more in the region. The region relies a lot on tourism and oil and natural gas for those countries that have oil and natural gas. And this pandemic, of course, has wreaked havoc on most of the Caribbean countries, partly because the tourist industry has gone away, at least temporarily. And I wish that we had had lots of products and services that we could be selling all over the world to keep our people employed, bring in foreign exchange, and allow us to decline into poverty. I mean, we're already poor countries to speak with, speaking globally, but the pandemic has made matters a lot worse. And so for the last 18, 20 years, I've been preaching that the Caribbean should try to diversify its economies. And it hasn't really happened. And the diversification I was pushing, and all of us in the CSF pushing, was to try to develop technologies in the region that could create jobs and bring in foreign exchange, which means that our people have got to be educated in the STEM disciplines a lot more than we are now. And it has to start with elementary school, secondary school, into university. And not just education for the sake of education, but also part of that education should be geared towards developing products and services that people need. And so the Caribbean Science Foundation, we are a bunch of people, mostly from the diaspora, who are interested in giving back to the region and interested in helping. So we look for the gaps and the needs as we see them, and we try to fill them. And we saw that computer coding was not sufficiently developed in many of the Caribbean countries. And so we decided that we would start these coding workshops. And it was the US Embassy in Barbados and Eastern Caribbean that started, along with Scotiabank, that started to sponsor these workshops. We've run them in Barbados in 2018 and 2019, and now again, we run them twice a year, January to March, and then again from September to December. We ran them in St. Lucia in 2019 in the same pattern as we're running them in Barbados now, and we ran them also in Dominica in 2020. So last week were the Dominica finals, same kind of event, with students presenting their websites and if they've done apps and the apps that they've done. The Caribbean Science Foundation does other things. Our flagship program is called SPICE. And my wife, Dinah Sa, she is the director of SPICE. She's on there. She can maybe introduce herself and say a few words if she'd like. Dinah, are you there?
I
Talking
am. I am. Good
SPICE?
morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us for these presentations, the final presentations of the computer coding workshop in Barbados. We were delighted to have so many of you joining us. We found, in fact, that the Zoom format allows for more audience members to attend than the in-person format. So I think we'll be continuing this after the pandemic ends. But the students have done a tremendous amount of work. And of course, instructors have been instrumental. We couldn't have held this workshop without them. So we hope you enjoyed the presentations. My background is I've been in the biotech industry for about 28 years, most recently as Chief Scientific Officer at a biotech company in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where we're based when we're not in Barbados. And I'm also director of the SPICE program. So very nice again to have all of you here with us.
Yeah, the SPICE program differs from these workshops in that the students generally come to Barbados. They're resident in Barbados for 5 weeks, and we host them on the UV campus in Barbados. We have to pay all their expenses, including travel, to get them there. So it's a very expensive program for us. And some of our sponsors are on the line today. You heard me talking to at least one of them just now. But that program is for 16 to 18-year-olds who already are interested in STEM. We don't have to convince them that STEM is their thing, and they all want to go to their dream university somewhere. These are some of the brightest kids in the Caribbean, so it's very difficult to get into SPICE. The robotics camp, which we run, which I'll talk about in a second, and this workshop, basically anyone who applies gets in, but SPICE is different. And so there are 14 of those SPICE students. We've served 159 students or some number like that. Dinah knows the number since we started. And 14 have attended MIT, 3 went to Stanford, 3 went to Harvard, and there's a long list of schools that they've gone to in Canada and the UK. So they're high flyers. And our third program is a robotics program. So we weren't able to offer the robotics program this year because that requires close contact between the students. But typically we have 66 Barbadian students in 4 different levels of robotics every year. And we end up having over a dozen coaches because we can't have the groups too large because they're building stuff and learning how to program their robots and all that. So it's very intensive. And we'll continue that hopefully in 2021. So you can, if you follow our website, you can check to see what the dates are. But generally the robotics camp runs in the summer for about a month, most of the month of July. So the SPICE applications are going to be on the website in early January, and the robotics camp applications are generally around March timeframe, and both of those are running in the summer. Anyway, so those are the ongoing programs right now. The Caribbean Science Foundation. We've done some STEM teacher training in the past, and I do some more in the future. But the CSF was formed by an organization called CADSTI, the Caribbean Diaspora for Science, Technology, and Innovation. And George Marisha is on the line. He's the head of the UK branch of CADSTI, and Dinah heads up the branch here in Boston, New England area. And there are others, I'm not sure who else is on the line, heads up the branch in Atlanta, Dr. Edward Lane, and there's a branch in Silicon Valley and so on. But it's the diaspora who's trying to mobilize its resources through the Caribbean Science Foundation to make these programs possible. So that's a brief introduction to the Caribbean Science Foundation. And I'm pleased that we get the participation of most of the governments in the region when we do our work, although we don't generally ask them for money. If they give us money, of course, we take it. But most governments are struggling right now. Next on the agenda were some inspirational remarks from the Ministry of Education and Barbados. I'm not sure that anyone from the ministry is here. Is there anyone from the Ministry of Education here this morning? If you are, please help me by identifying yourself. Okay, I did write the minister, but I haven't heard back from her. Maybe she didn't get my email. But the sponsors of this workshop are Sagicor, and in particular Sagicor Life, the JetBlue Foundation. I always invite our sponsors to come and make remarks. So I did invite JetBlue Foundation to make remarks as well, if they're on. Anyone from JetBlue present this morning? If they do come on later, I'll interrupt the program and introduce them. But we do have Paul Innes from Sagicor here. And Sagicor has been a sponsor in almost everything we do. Dr. Miller, the CEO of Sagicor, is on our board. And as you know, Sagicor several years ago ran the Sagicor Visionaries Challenge, and it was the CSF as a partner. We helped to craft the terms and the conditions under which the students did their projects and wrote a lot of the technical part of the description of what Sagicor Visionaries would be. We supplied the coaches and we supplied mentors and the judges for the Sagicor Visionaries. Sagicor did put up all of the money. That was a very successful program. Lots of good ideas came out of that. It was a program where you go into the high schools and ask the students to form teams and solve a problem that either helps their school or their community. And then the teams would come together and at the end and basically compete against one another in their countries for the winner of that country. And then all the country winners will get together, and Sagicor took winners to Florida, to Disneyland, Disney World and Epcot Center there, and museums in Tampa and so on, science museums. So that was a very successful program. But Sagicor has continued to help us with support, also in the robotics camps that I just talked about, and now here in the coding workshops. So Sagicor is indeed a true partner of the Caribbean Science Foundation from the very, very beginning when we started. And so it's my pleasure to introduce you to Paul Innes, who represents Sagicor Life. I don't know your title specifically, but you'll tell us who you are and say a few words to our wonderful students who have toiled for the last 12 weeks. And we want to be sure that we make you proud that we spent your money well.
So thank you, Professor Ward, and good morning to you and your team, Professor, the instructors, and of course, the students or the various teams that are participating or would have participated in this exercise. Just listening to the background, I'm actually the Executive Vice President.
Thank you.
And General Manager for Barbados for Sagicor Life. And it is my pleasure. I'm really excited to be here. And just listening to you, I actually have a nephew in the US. He lives in New Jersey, and he would have done a robotic program at Johns Hopkins. And I remember as a young boy, mathematically a genius in my view. And I asked him what he wanted to be, and he basically said he wanted to be a robotic engineer. And he pursued that. So I actually saw from a kid, and he's now a man working for a startup in the US that is doing wonders. I saw literally before my eyes a kid who went through a similar program, started like this, and today he's a robotic engineer in demand within the US space to Barbadian parents, right?
Good.
So this is real. And I'm actually happy that Sagicor actually is committed to partnering with you at the Caribbean Science Foundation's Computer Coding Workshop to actually provide an opportunity, a facility for our students and other, well, I call everybody a student, irrespective of your age, to develop your skill and actually see that there's opportunity for us to actually provide services to the wider world. So a very special good morning to the students who will be presenting today. Having learned about what you've been working on and given the range of ages, I'm sure your presentations this morning will be riveting. I anticipate they may be eye-opening and inspiring. So today's showcase continues to provide a great platform for innovation and the increased integration of technology and technological solutions in our daily lives. And we see that here at Sagicor. Against the backdrop of 2020, however, I think we can all agree that programs such as this are critical to our development and progress, in some cases, to our own very survival. And I say that because the experience of COVID-19 has taught us how important the use of technology is in today's world. It has taught us how easily the success or failure of a business can be determined by its technological strategies and the impact of the development or lack thereof on a society and economy. Of course, I'm speaking from experience. During the early days of the lockdown, we at Sagicor had to quickly, in a very short space of time, evaluate the immediate needs and the potential impact on our business and determine ways in which our operations across the region, as a regional business, we are in 22 countries. We had to determine how we can continue to effectively function. And at every turn, the use of technology and technological solutions was key to our ability to carry on doing business and provide a level of service to our clients that they have become accustomed to. So one thing we know for sure is that COVID may have restricted our movement, but it really did not stop us from operating and living. It did not stop our financial obligations or responsibilities to deliver to our clients. And as such, it basically forced the world on our whole to adapt and come up with solutions to facilitate doing business, aided by technology. So currently we have about 60 to 70% on any week of our teams working from home, all relying on technology to communicate and execute their various tasks. So from this, it is clear how important technology is and will be to our present and future. Therefore, I'm very happy that we at Sagicor are able to sponsor this program. And again, I'm excited to see what you have to share with us. I want to congratulate the Caribbean Science Foundation for hosting yet another successful workshop. And I say congratulations to the students and teams and the instructors, not forgetting those who lead and provide guidance and direction for completing this journey. And I want to encourage you, students, never stop learning. I want to encourage you to continue developing in this area because Barbados, and I would dare say the world, needs you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Paul. Very much appreciated. We do hope that the students will indeed impress you today. And I'm sure they will. They've got some really very nice projects. And while the students are the stars, they wouldn't have been stars, at least in this workshop, had not been for the instructors that we have working with them. And we're at the point in the program where it is time for me to introduce the instructors. I will check one more time to see if any of our other sponsors are here before I do this now. Anyone from JetBlue Foundation here yet? How about Ministry of Education Barbados? Okay, so let's move on to the instructors. We've been very fortunate for all of the workshops that we've had in Barbados to find very engaging and highly qualified instructors for these coding workshops. And Sandre Mahabir and Andre Hussein, this is probably the third time Sanjay has done it. I may have that wrong, and certainly at least the second time that Andre has done it. And they're phenomenal. They put in hours during the week, not just on Saturdays, helping the students with their projects. A lot of it happens at night because many of the students are going to school and they're working. So during the week, most of those meetings are at nights. And any requests I make of Andre and Sanjay, the answer is yes, yes, yes. It's always yes, we can. And I don't know, and they all both have full-time jobs too. So students will complain that they have full-time jobs and no time for their homework, but they forgot that the instructors also work, and that the instructors are putting in as many hours and sometimes more hours than the students. So I'm very, very grateful to Sanjay and Andre, who are doing this year after year. They're obviously not doing it for the money because the CSF is one of the poorest organizations in Barbados, and all the money that we get in terms of funding for projects go into the projects. And so there's not a lot of loose funds around to do other things, but nevertheless, they're totally, totally dedicated. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves a little bit further and hand over to them where they will introduce the teams one after the other. And then I'll take it back after they're finished. But the teams, the audience will be able to ask questions of the teams. I would say for the audience, let the teams go through their presentation and you can ask them questions after. So each team will have about 10 minutes or so to present and 5 minutes of questions. So we've allocated about 15 minutes per team. So I'm going to hand it off to the two wonderful instructors who are the superstars of this event, because without them, there would be no workshop. Without the students, there won't be any workshop either. But as a team, we all did it together, and the instructors played a critical role in what you're going to see today. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning again, everyone. So I'm one of the instructors. I'm Sanjay, and I code. It's my hobby. I'm a hobbyist, so and I do enjoy doing this camp. I myself has learned a lot teaching these students, and these students have taught me a lot too. Their projects, you know, they wanted to do really cool stuff, build games, and I had to learn from them. They taught me stuff too, and I'm very happy about that. And let me just say, this has been yet another intense and exciting last 12 weeks for me. They zoomed right by, to be honest, but I guess all Zoom meetings go that way, right? And it has been my pleasure to inspire and guide the students every step of the way. So this year was a bit different. It was actually my first time teaching a class virtually, but I believe everyone adjusted very well. And the video recordings, you know, it made it useful for the students to look back at. All of the team's websites you'll see today, they're actually hosted on free web hosting services, and I encourage you to visit each of their URLs, their website links, and the students will show you their links as well, and they are in the booklet invitation as well. So do enjoy the show. What do you say about that, Andre?
Well, hi everyone. My name is Andre. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing these presentations. I've already gone through everyone's website, and they're looking, you know, they're on point. You know, congratulations, guys. All right. I guess I'll introduce the first team. So the first team is called Pivot Solutions. So Pivot built a website to showcase their fine dining restaurants and their dishes. Guests can book reservations using OpenTable, which is one of those third-party reservation APIs. They can take a sneak peek at their menu beforehand, so you can kind of see deconstruction of their of their top dishes. So anyway, when this group was formed, I believe the 3 people in class who were giving ideas to everyone, just kind of spitballing, and a lot of their suggestions were about food. One person wanted to do a restaurant website. Someone wanted to do a recipes website, and we thought, okay, well, let's put them together and see what they can come up with. And they really did something interesting. So I will hand you guys over to Pivot Solutions. Guys, you guys can take it away.
Thank you, Andre. Esteemed sponsors, invited guests, Mr. Cardinal Ward, Interim Executive Director of the Caribbean Science Foundation, Sanjay Mahabir and Andre Hussein, instructors, workshop colleagues, a pleasant good morning. Welcome to Pivot Restaurant, a fine dining restaurant website. Our group members are Justin Brewster, a restaurant manager, Crystal Clark, a University of the West Indies student, and John Walcott, a dedicated pensions officer. Our project showcases a fine dining restaurant. It allows the user to reserve a table at the restaurant and also includes a sneak peek into our master chef's kitchen by having a voice control recipes page. Now, to build the voice control recipe functionality, we use a developmental technology called Web Speech API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. The use of the API was to allow the user to create a meal without having to touch their device. The API consists of 2 parts, speech recognition and talk synthesis. Speech recognition converts speech to text, and talk synthesis converts text to speech. Now, Crystal and Justin will demonstrate the alpha and beta versions of the website. Crystal?
Hi, good day. My name is Crystal Clark, and this is the alpha version of the Pivot Restaurant website. So I'll be giving you a walkthrough. First off, this is the home page, which sets the atmosphere for the Pivot Restaurant. As you scroll, you will see an animation. And on clicking Indulge, we will go to our recipes page. Now, the recipes page is where you can view the top 3 recipes and top 3 dishes, and to get a sneak peek of the master chef's kitchen. So let's take a sneak peek. So this is the chicken Caesar salad, and this is our voice assistant. Cook with us. As you can see in the iframe is a recipe for a chicken Caesar salad. Read recipe.
Chicken Caesar salad. Ingredients: 4 grilled chicken breasts, cut into bite-sized pieces, 1.5 to 2 pounds of romaine lettuce and 1 bunch of green onion diced. Directions: wash and lay out lettuce leaves on paper towels and pat dry.
Pause.
Cut lettuce into 1-inch strips and place in a large mixing bowl.
Pause recipe.
Add chicken, bacon bits, mozzarella cheese, green onions, and toss. Cover
Pause.
lettuce with a fairly generous amount of Parmesan cheese. Add salt.
Right. And now we will go to our reservations page. This is where you can view the time slots and reserve a table. Next will be our menu page, where you can see menu items and their base prices beforehand. And last but not least, our About Us page, which tells you who we are. And now I will hand over to Justin Brewster, who will speak about our beta website.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Justin Brewster. I'm here to showcase our beta website. Based on what we were trying to achieve, we had a lot of ideas and a lot of things we wanted to get done. But due to the limited time frame, we weren't able to get everything into one. So we decided that we'd have a beta version of our restaurant to evolve our concept and show a more streamlined and cleaner website, which maintains all of our functionality and expands on our original idea. Now, as I scroll, you can see the site is divided into sections. And all the sections still have the functionality of the previous alpha version. We still have the Cook With Us video, which can pop out. And we still also have our menu items, but with a lot more fluidity and accessibility to the information. And also we have the reservations all in a one-page format. We have included a gallery to showcase your front of house staff, your back of house staff, and your customers. And also we've added a comment section carousel to keep your customers informed. And at the bottom, we have our location information and contact information. Thank you so much. And now I'll hand it over to Jan to outline our main challenges that we face and how we overcame them. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Our first challenge was deciding on the design of the website. We overcame this challenge by using a template to design the website. Our second challenge was getting the talk synthesis feature to work. We overcame this by rigorously testing the site on several computers, and we also use a secure web hosting site as opposed to an unsecure one to host our website. Additionally, when testing the speech recognition, the keywords had to be repeated several times before the system recognized the correct word. To overcome this challenge, we changed the language from United States English to Barbadian English. We wanted to have the Opal table functionality implemented to handle our reservations, but we had to open an account and wait for 3 weeks. So our final design, we used a form instead. Other challenges faced were finding time to meet online and collaborating online. We met in our lunch hours and created a WhatsApp group and used Discord, a messaging app, to overcome these challenges. Our toughest challenge, however, was interpersonal relationship management, as we had different ideas on what the final project should be. But we worked together to deliver our best by having an alpha version and a beta version. The alpha version is the first design, but the beta version is more marketable and easier to maintain. In concluding, the workshop was educational. We learned how to build web pages using hypertext markup language, HTML, how to design and style web pages using cascading style sheets, CSS, and how to control the behavior of the web pages using JavaScript. We also learned how to host a website. We learned how to work in groups despite differences. we tend to leverage Pivot Restaurant beta to create other websites in the future. We thank you.
All right, excellent job, guys.
Next up, we have the Three Musketeers. So this team was relentless in their efforts to build a multiplayer game. The help this team required, I could not provide. But luckily, they were able to YouTube and Google their way through. So it's an understatement to say I am impressed with this team. They were able to create a functioning multiplayer game and were able to configure a multiplayer server for this website in such a limited time. In this game entitled Atomic Mass, you are a real-life atom that you control electrons along the way, following the real scientific rules of chemistry. So what an exciting and interactive way to learn about chemistry. So it teaches the students about science while having fun. What do you think about this website, Andre?
To be honest, this group has done extremely well. I think a few of the members probably know the language maybe slightly better than I do. I would say, because they would come to my office hours, and I would basically just be looking at them as they figure out the problem on their own. Mainly because they're the ones that wrote the code, but all I could have done was just offer some moral support. And initially, when they came to with this idea of a multiplayer game, I was a bit skeptical, mainly because JavaScript on a whole is mainly client side, as in you can do stuff with your computer. If you want to do and interact with others, you will need a server. And I remember repeatedly telling them, try to just get something client side, just make it look flashy, make it look nice. Let's see what you have. And they were so insistent on getting the server working, as in getting multiplayer functionality working. And they did it. They pulled it off. They really, they just ignored me and just kept going, which I'm very happy that they really did, because the fruits of their labor, man, I'm actually just really proud of you guys. So I'll introduce to you guys the Three Musketeers, and their project title is called Atomic Mass. Take it away, guys.
Okay, thanks for that wonderful expositions, Coach Sanjay and Coach Andre. So if Nathan would pull up these PowerPoints so I can show you a bit more about the game and how we came about doing it. Okay, so what we present to you right now is this thing that we like to call Atomic Mass by Three Musketeers, of course, by team member 1, Ian Francis, which is me. And a little bit of background about me. I'm a very avid C++ enthusiast, and like most other languages, mostly static and stuff like that. And I'm also a sixth form student. And Deshaun Boyce, he can tell you a bit more about himself.
Good morning, all. My name is Deshaun. I am a secondary school student. I love games a lot. I love to play games. My dream job is to become a game developer where I can make those games and then test them later. And that's really just a little bit of background about me. And then you could hear more about Nathan when he speaks.
Hi, good morning. My name is Nathan Whitney. I'm also a secondary student. I like programming. I mostly use JavaScript, but I also like the language C#. It allows me to create games, and I just really like the concept of creating applications that you can then use.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of us actually have previous expertise of making like smaller games, so that gave us a bit of a head start in making this thing. So if you could show us some more about this game. Okay, so our vision was to actually inspire the next generation of chemists and physicists. Because like there's this little hurdle that you have to go through before learning about this stuff, how you have to learn every single element and like how the electron shells work and stuff like that. And like for me, like when I first did it, it was so hard to like remember everything. So like I figured, how could we make this easier? Like we wanted to take some actual mechanics that happen in real life, I put it into a game to make it easy to chew and swallow and like, you know, do. So that's our vision. And if you could go to the next slide. And it basically simulates kind of electrons, atoms journey in collecting protons and electrons. And basically, the more protons you get, the higher you're going to leave the board and stuff like that. Nathan will go into a bit more detail on that later, but a lot of mechanics are actually based on things that happen in real life. So if you guys want to know about that stuff, you can ask us when this is done. All right, Nathan, you can show everyone the website.
Thank you, Ian. Here is the Atomic Mass website. In the navigation bar, there's 3 links: the Home tab, the Instructions tab, and the Play Now tab. Down here on the left, you see the vision to inspire the next generation of chemists and physicists. And on the right, the developers, the 3 musketeers: Ian Francis, me, Nathan Whitney, and Deshaun Boyce. If we go to the instructions page, the instructions are here in slides. The first instruction, you use the mouse to move around. As you can see here in the image, the mouse here, and use the player. You start off as a hydrogen atom looking for electrons. The hydrogen atom here is the blue dot in the center, and the electrons are the yellow dots around the screen. You collide with an electron to take it in your shell. To collide with an electron, you just go into it. You take in as many electrons as the shells can hold. You keep taking electrons, and you get to a stage where you can't take in any more electrons. And to collect more electrons, you need to use protons. Protons allow you to get to the next element in the periodic table. And the proton is seen here as the red dot on the screen. The protons allow you to become the next element. So from hydrogen, you become helium. From helium, you become lithium, and so on. And once you have enough protons obtained, you can unlock the next shell. And here in the Play Now tab, if it works, it doesn't. Bear with me for a second.
Yeah. Do you guys have a local version of this site you can show, if anything?
Well, yes, we actually have like a site that shows like offline and online version, but we didn't implement it onto the website yet because we thought this would work properly. But yes, we have a link for that.
I can run the server locally on my laptop.
Yes, please.
I just run it locally just to show the audience.
Yeah, if that's quick, you can do that. Otherwise, we can give you another, we can have you come back on a little bit later. Most of our audience are not chemists and may not remember the periodic table very well. So there's a lot that you're assuming that they know. But even if they don't know the periodic table very well, I hope they're inspired by the great work that you've done. I think it's a wonderful idea to make it easy for
Excellent. It seems to be working, right?
students to learn about the periodic
Okay, so this here is the prompt that tells you to pick a name. So Nathan's gonna put on his real name.
Nathan, you can see
and you see the red dots you see there are actually protons. So as you can see, his element name and element charge actually changed. And also those yellow things are electrons. As you can see, they're orbiting around his nucleus, as you would call it in chemistry. And you can see the numbers actually change depending on the net charge. So electrons actually bring down your charge level. So it's -2 now. But then if he was to collect a proton, his charge would actually go up slightly. And the protons are also a bit rarer to form. Let's say so because of how heavy they are compared to electrons. So it's probably going to cost a bit more. And Nathan could also put another tab with the website on, so he can show you that there actually is some multiplayer functionality onto it. Okay, so you see there's a red circle in there, and there's also a blue circle on the other tab, it seems.
I need to restart the server soon.
Oh,
I think you entered Nathan twice. Could that be?
When I tried it, it wasn't a problem with the same name.
Oh, okay.
Could be wrong.
so you can see the games working normally in this on the left tab. Now, if you look on the right tab, you can see that there's actually a leaderboard with both of the player names on there. So you may not see it right now, but both of them are actually in the same space. Like they can interact with each other. So eventually you can see them on the same screen. You see there's a red circle with electrons around it. You can see they're interacting. Well, sort of. So if one of them was to collect a proton, it would actually become bigger. And then that bigger element, when colliding with the smaller element, actually makes the smaller element start over. Like, so it gives a kind of competitive feel to it. That you're all fighting for protons and fighting to be the one on top.
So what's the eventual goal? What are you trying to do to be the winner?
Well, the eventual goal was to get to Xenon, where right now, as of now, we haven't fully ironed out all the details where how the winner would proceed. But right now, our goal is to get to element 54, which is Xenon, and basically at element 54, you're the king of the server.
Okay.
So maybe in the future, once we iron out all the small little details, everything should be okay, and we'll have a win message or something.
Now if we go back to the presentation.
So far, you could use the leaderboard to kind of give you a ego boost, if you know what I mean. Oh yes, another feature of that website. Like our website may have looked a bit simple, but like you can actually go on that website on your phone, on your tablet, and everything, and it will actually look like readable. Like you could try it out if you want to. Well, not the game right now, but you could try out the website, and you will see it looks the same on any device.
Okay, so you made it responsive. Excellent.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of work, surprisingly.
I have notification with the challenges and solutions.
In these few weeks while we were working on this game, we experienced quite a few challenges. Not all were backbreaking, but these were specifically backbreaking. For example, our client-server connectivity, which we had a bit of a problem just now with. Well, we figured it out mostly by reorganizing the code. Maybe just now, the server was just playing the fool. Also, just now, well, not just now, we had the code compatibility. We had to change a few code from JSON to JavaScript, so it'll be easier for the array and the code to handle. Finally, all of us are doing CSEC Arcade right now, so it was tough splitting the workload between school, SBAs, and studying, and this as well. However, by doing our late nights and working on it, sometimes till 12 o'clock in the night, we got through, and well, you saw the result just now. In conclusion, science and technology are very important aspects in life, especially nowadays where technology is becoming very rampant, and that is where we're heading for the future. This game can inspire students to become chemists, biochemists, biologists, anything to do with the sciences in their future endeavors. Really, in our future works, we try to make the game more functional, add more features such as a different game mode, maybe teams, maybe even adding ions and molecules. That is it. Is there any questions?
Fantastic. I can see that you guys did a ton of work, and I can understand why you're up at midnight, but that's how results are achieved. It doesn't come easy. So totally impressed.
All right, so guys, good job. On to the next team. All right, so group 3. They're called Fashion 3O. In your booklet, you will notice that it's 3-00. That is a chemical formula. I have no idea what it stands for, but I believe the idea for this name came about when they it was originally 3 people, and they wanted to kind of illustrate that, oh, we have the formula for fashion. So that's, I guess, their that's the origin of their name. And I believe this is really showcasing the lovely designs of Shakad's collections, which is a client of Mr. Black. Right, so Fashion 3.0, they illustrate the lovely designs of Shakad collections, which is a trendy line of women's fashion, which focuses on using eco-friendly materials while looking stunning and glamorous. All right, guys, take it away. Let's see what you got.
Good morning, esteemed guests. And I don't know if the sponsors are here right now, but good morning. And today we will be doing a presentation on Shakad lifestyle. Shakad eco lifestyle. And our team members consist of Kamal Black, Christian Ward, Devontae Alves, and Mary Power. This is just a quote to capture the essence of Shakad lifestyle, eco lifestyle, sorry.
Make it full screen for us, everyone to see as well, please.
Brilliant.
Hi, good morning, everyone. This morning, we are presenting Shakad Eco Lifestyle. I hope everyone is in good health and spirits. Provided in the chat below, hopefully Sanjay will help me out. Will be a link to the website, and I invite you to visit at your convenience. Just a disclaimer, the website is currently still under construction, so all functionality isn't operational. However, we do believe we can adequately convey what we are trying to achieve. First, let me introduce to you Shakad Eco Lifestyle. What is it? What are they about? It is a luxury lifestyle brand which specializes in Caribbean-inspired fashion and accessories. It was established in 2008 with the focus on delivering an experience of elegant fashion fused with the glamour of the elite lifestyle set in exclusive tropical destinations around the region. Their designs embody the epitome of contemporary style and design concepts fused with traditional textile techniques to exhibit the exotic colors, textures, and rhythm of the region and its people. Now, Shakad's primary niche, they dedicate themselves to promoting environmentally responsible fashion, eco-conscious fashion, and they achieve this through not only materials used, but the techniques also used in producing their products. So each product, again, as I said, are made using blends of only the finest quality, 100% natural fibers, such as silks, linens, and exotic cottons. The brand is also committed to providing impeccable craftsmanship and paying acute attention to detail to ensure that we maintain exceptional quality for our clients. Now, if you can follow me as I go through the website. We tried really to capture the essence of what Shakad is trying to convey via the website. So special attention was made to the aesthetic, colors used, the fonts used as well, because we want that when the customers have the experience of reviewing the website, they know instantaneously what the brand is about. So at the top of the page, there's a banner that acts as an announcement for customers that will come. So as you can see at this time, for instance, the Christmas season is up, have your sales. And so yeah, so as customers come, they could first come to they will see at the top what is available, if there's any new stuff that's going on. Below that, we have a navigational bar that would act as a cart menu. And you can see as I hover over the effects, the changing in the colors. So here we have the search, the cart, and a drop-down menu that can add to search for additional parameters. Below that is the main menu, Shakai, the brand name, and the categories of collections, eco-wear, resort, new arrivals, pretty things, and blog. I'm gonna refresh the page again because we have a functionality, well, let me say a design element that as the page loads, there's a transition behind the backdrop. Again, we're trying to keep the palette soft, tones muted, as to seem inviting. As we scroll through the page, the picture icons, they are to act as portals into their respective categories. So at the top again, you see the menu ranging from collections, eco-wear, resort, new arrivals. And what we have to do, what was the vision is as you pass over the images, it would highlight the icon that can take you straight through those sections. And also as you come down again, I apologize for the limitation in images. We are in the process of collecting ones that we are going to use. So we use what we had available, and I do believe they speak to the essence of the brand. Additionally, we thought this section, we included this section primarily to act twofold. One, as it says, a gift guide for those who are uncertain what would be the perfect gift to get for that special someone, but also as opportunity to upsell products. So one may come for a scarf, but may end up carrying away a whole outfit, or even three. That was the goal with the inclusion of this section. And at the bottom of the page is the footer where you can find additional information, for instance, the location, because currently they do have a physical space open, but they're trying to position themselves, in a more secure way, given the climate, and not only that, we give themselves a more global reach. And also section 4, in addition to the newsletter, one of the main goals again of the brand is not only to sell products but to build a community. They see that the environment is important. Consumer trends in the past have tended to steer away from acknowledging that importance. So they believe in nurturing and fostering a community who share common perspectives will be able to enable them to make a difference, and not only look to get money from their consumers. So now I'm going to hand over to Devontae, and he will speak a little bit more on the purpose of the website.
Okay. So the overall purpose of this website is to allow the fashion brand to reach a global market, to extend their clientele, and to allow prospective customers to view the website and allow a more virtual and online experience. And it also provides customers with a more efficient way of shopping, as you know that we are in a current pandemic and not everyone can go out or has the ability due to either quarantining or social distancing. And so you can't go to the physical location in Pelican Village, Barbados. So you would have to most likely either settle for online shopping or wait. Next slide. And this is just a picture of the website we just went through.
Now we're going to hand you over to Mari Powell, who will discuss some of the challenges and solutions that we faced.
Thank you, Kamal. Some of the challenges that we face throughout this project were getting the code to work as we wanted it to, and to get it look as we wanted it, or as we envisioned it. So in order to do this, we had to use the help of our lovely instructors and Google and different YouTube tutorials to help us combat this problem. But another major problem was time and communication, because each of us went to school or either went to work. I had different shifts and time periods to meet. So in order to find a solution for this, we each had to sacrifice a bit of our time to finish off our lovely website, Shikad Eco Lifestyles. We will now hand it over to Kristan, who will be ending and talking about the next steps for our website.
To build websites from scratch and use our tools, especially something special. We also learned to apply the basic coding steps to get around such obstacles and to improve our coding skills that we may successfully or efficiently. Our next steps for our Shikad Eco Lifestyle is to be able to launch our website in the new year. And that concludes our presentation.
Yeah,
Right.
I just wanted to say good job, guys. I do like the aesthetic homepage of that you guys have. The images you guys use were very high quality, and again, these clothing you can probably get them at Pelican Village, I believe. And I'm assuming, Kamal, you have a Facebook or Instagram plug that you could always drop in the chat, you know, so people can take a look at any other items as well. Anyway, so we're going to move on from Shikad. I'll pass you guys over to Sanjay to introduce Disaster Hunters.
So here's another funny story before I tell you about this other team. So this morning when I awoke, I was unaware of which direction the sun rises. And then it dawned on me, right? What if I had visited the Be Aware website, right? From the Disaster Hunters, I would have known loads more about the weather, including the direction of the sun, and life and historical data about natural disasters affecting the Caribbean region. This team was able to research on their own how to pull weather data from various web interface services to provide up-to-date weather and meteorological information on their website. What a masterpiece. Honestly, this site is very informative. It's very good. I can even use it for myself, you know, if I'm deciding to go, are you planning to go to the beach, you know, you might want to be aware of the weather, you know, so you should check beaware.org if you want to, you know, be aware, more aware of the weather. And this website was really beautifully made. Andre, do you have anything bad to say about this website? Because I clearly don't.
I can't say anything bad, Sanjay. You know, it's a very informative website, beautifully illustrates, you know, hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis, and it's aimed, you know, to educate the public. So you can't really go wrong with it. I'll let you. All right, actually, I can take them away, guys. Let's see what you got. So this team is called Disaster Hunters.
Be aware. invited guests, our sponsors, and our tutors, Andre and Sanja, good morning. We are the Disaster Hunters, which consist of Wayne Carrington, Mateo Sam, and myself, Dante Lithcott. In this project, we'll be using embedded maps and sets of data to display where natural disasters are occurring within the Caribbean. We believe that this can help with people that want to know about the natural disasters that occur and where they can be safe. As it's the first of its kind, we do believe that this can be helpful for locals and tourists alike, especially for tourists that really don't know much about the island, that they can know where the hurricane shelters and tsunami points are. As stated here in the PowerPoint, we do use live and historical data to display on the maps to show that where these disasters have occurred and where they are occurring. And also, we show the weather for any place within the world, but that's just a part of the general website. We also have multiple videos showing the history and the impact of some of these disasters that have occurred within the Caribbean. Now handing over to Mateo to display the website.
Good morning, my name is Mateo, and here we are on our website, beaware.org. So first we have a little bit of information about what our website is. So this site basically presents some information and data about natural disasters occurring in our Caribbean region. So also on the homepage, we have just 2 videos showing basically some natural disasters that have occurred. You can see basically what has happened. So we have one here with floods in Barbados and one with earthquakes in Jamaica. We can go over to our disasters page here. And so now that we're on the disasters page, we have a bit of information about 4 natural disasters that are really prevalent in the Caribbean. So we have hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis, right? We also have a description, a short description of what each one is. Basically, we have graphics, 4 graphics of basically what occurs during each natural disaster. So we see some information here for hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, and tsunamis. If we scroll down some more, we have an interactive map, really, of hurricanes that have occurred in the past. You can zoom in, zoom out, you can click on different points. You can see information like the name and the date and time that it passed there. We have a legend to show you basically what the colors mean, the intensity of the natural disasters, and basically what they've done. If you scroll down some more, we have another map which shows you volcano information around the Caribbean. You can zoom in as well. And with this one, when you click on a volcano icon, it shows you basically information about eruptions that have happened in the past. And we also have a legend for this one, which basically tells you what each of the volcanoes are. And scrolling on further, we have another map with earthquakes and tsunami information about the past. So here we can click on these dots, which demonstrate where earthquakes have passed, where earthquakes have happened. We can see the magnitude and the depth, and then we can see whether a tsunami warning was issued or not. Here on the legend, you can see the magnitude and intensity of the earthquakes. We also have a list of hurricane shelters in Barbados. This document could be very useful in the case of a hurricane, so I would advise you download it and keep it with you. It also has very important information, people to call, places you can go. Scrolling down some more, we have hurricane shelters in Jamaica. This is an interactive map which you can click on the different pins and points to show you where they are and the status of these shelters. And that's it for the disasters page. On the weather page over here, here we have 2 widgets. So this first widget here that we meet is actually pulling data from the Open Weather Maps API. And how it works is that you can enter a country that you would like to find information about. So Let's say we want to find the weather in Barbados, right? You can either press enter or you can click the click for weather button, and it will tell you what the temperature is right now, what it feels like, what the humidity is, the cloud situation, and the wind speed. But if you want to have a little more graphics, a little more detailed information, you can go down here to this little widget provided for us by windy.com, where you can click on basically a country or an area. You can see a forecast for the next couple of days. You have the temperature here in degrees Celsius. If you wish to see it in Fahrenheit, you can click on that, and you can click on the degrees Celsius, and it will take you there. Back to Celsius, it will take you there. You have rain, wind gust, wind direction. Right now, what we're seeing on the map is the wind, but you can also click on this icon here on the top right to see well, rain information, temperature information, clouds, and even weather warnings happening around the world. You can see in the Caribbean right now, it's very peaceful as it relates to weather warnings, thankfully. Going over to our contents page, we basically go more in depth into the details of the natural disasters that we focus on. So we have a lot more in-depth information coming from sources such as Britannica.com about hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, and volcanoes. I'd like to take this time to demonstrate our search bar, which can be used to help you basically navigate your way around the website. So let's say I wanted to go to the images page over here. I can go to the search bar and type in images, press enter, and it will take me there. And so here on the images page, you can see basically some pictures about, well, which show you natural disasters that have occurred in the past and what they've done. You could scroll down in your own time. You can just look through those. You can also go to the videos page, and where you could see more videos of things that have occurred in the past. And you can press play. You can see what they've done, how they looked. And over on our last page, which is our stories page, we have basically videos with stories about people's experiences in natural disasters, what they've learned from it, etc. And we also even have a news article about an earthquake that occurred between Jamaica and Cuba in 2020. And so you can scroll through. We also, on each of our pages, I'll use the home page to show it, but on each of our pages, we have a footer, which contains quick links where you can go to see more information about different things. So this website will get you information about earthquakes in the Caribbean. And so you can go down, you can see more detailed information about what happened. We also have our team, which is myself, Wayne Carrington, and Dante Lithcott. And we have some social media icons. Now I'll hand back over to Wayne to talk about the challenges we faced and the solutions that we came up with.
Okay, good day to all. Challenges and our solutions. The group had challenges with time constraints during the course and implementing the website. And to combat this, we used any free time we had to complete the website, schedule Zoom meetings, and use Slack to communicate. Due to the pandemic, the course was held on Zoom, which is a difficult setting for a lot of people. Individually, Dante and myself had problems fully understanding the homework and finding time to finish it. The tutors, Andrea and Sanjay, made a joint effort to help by having office hours outside of class, leaving personal comments on homework, and posting the recordings of class every week. So on behalf of the team, I'd like to give a big thank you to Andrea and Sanjay, our tutors, for their time and effort, and also to Mr. Ward and the CSF staff for this opportunity.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks, Anya.
All right, you're welcome. Challenges and solutions. With the website, we have problems with finding the data to portray what we want to show. And to fix this, we put together historical and live data that was found pertaining to the history of natural disasters and illustrating where these disasters occur using maps. The main issue overall was balancing between the course and our individual daily lives, like school and work. And to overcome by the efforts of the team and our tutors to help us through this difficult time. It was overcome. I mean, actually, like after last night, I was working pretty late and with the guys on Zoom, and we were just trying to finish up the final touches on the website. So, all right, our conclusions and future plans. Throughout the camp, we learned 3 different coding languages, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which were all different, useful and essential languages to know for great coding. Building the website beaware.org was a joint effort of the team's idea and vision. I came up with the idea, while Dante and Matteo joined the group to make this website possible. The wider vision for this website is to allow locals and potential travelers to be aware of the natural catastrophes that can occur in the Caribbean and how to prepare for it if a disaster strikes. So therefore, right now there's like kicking back Jenny, which is a volcano off the coast of I think between Grenada and Barbados. You know, the last couple of months it was erupting very often, and during with volcanoes in the sea, you can always look for tsunami activity. So God forbid that no such thing occurs. And our government here in Barbados, so far, I see they implemented a project where they actually put in some signs and points where you can have escape routes, especially like in the northern part of the island on the coastal side. So hopefully sometime we can update our website with these tsunami signs and the different routes through the embedded maps also on our website. All right. All right. Right now, if any questions, thank you very much.
Are you going?
Good job, guys.
Nice job. Yes.
Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
Great work.
All right. And to introduce the next group, this group is called TKM Solutions. If you have lost it, we have found it. TKM Solutions has created a website for Barbadians to use when they have lost or found virtually anything. So just visit their website and make a report of anything that is lost or found. Now I will make a joke and say that, you know, I've lost my sanity or something, and maybe I can find it on the website. Anyway, I'll hand you over to Sanjay. Sanjay, you can, you know, introduce them as well.
Yeah. So this, building on Andre's nice joke, this will definitely be a useful website for my mobile phone. Again, when I woke up this morning, I found my mobile phone wearing my glasses. And Andre, do you know what? Because it lost its contacts.
Oh,
yeah. So,
I like that one.
So on a serious note, this team was very persistent and was able to build a website that actually sends an email notification with the uploaded image, I believe, to the admin of the website, so they can approve your lost or found item. And if you're feeling lost in your life, this is the website to help you. So TKN Solutions Inc. presents Lost and Found. Take it away, guys.
Are you muted? We don't hear any voice.
Welcome, everyone. We are TKM Solutions Inc. I am Taniqua Thompson, and my teammates are Kenneth Callender and Melissa Messiah. Ladies and gentlemen, I need your participation just for 3 simple questions and to wake you up. Have you ever lost a wallet or purse? Show of hands. You can either raise your hand or you can actually raise your hand in Zoom. Lovely, we have some contenders. I'm sure someone has lost a pet dog. And God forbid, have you lost probably a loved one or know someone who has a loved one missing? So in Barbados, News or updates about missing persons or valuable items are seen on TV, Facebook, or WhatsApp. All of these platforms are dynamic, meaning a lot of information ranging from entertainment, sports, advertisements are always vying for your attention, which means if it is constantly updated, what is updated will hold your attention. So our team believes that missing or lost persons or something you consider valuable should have your attention. And for this reason, we can safely say there needs to be a platform for recording lost persons or valuable items. So, Lost and Found website was created to be used by Barbadians to assist in finding both missing persons and valuable items. The website will cater to 4 segments of persons: persons searching for their loved ones, persons who have lost valuable items, vehicle owners who have had their vehicles stolen, pet owners. I'll now hand over to my teammate Melissa, who will take you through the website overview. Melissa?
Thanks, Taniqua. Good morning, everyone. Our website consists of 4 major categories for filing lost or found information. Based on the section, one may select the category that best suits the person, vehicle, pet, or item being sought or reported found. The overlay of our website is a combination of visual and interactive concepts that allow users to navigate categories as needed. Here, our homepage, we have missing, found, contact, about, and the rules section. To sample a bit, I'll take you through the about and rules pages. Okay, for the rules, for the about, on the About page, guidelines are given about how to use our lost and found website. Instructions about uploading photos and inputting description information is found in this section. However, information will be removed after 3 days. For the rules for using the website prohibits against the use of posting obscene language, photos, pornographic materials, or demeaning or degrading media of any kind. Only serious notices, guys. Only serious posts will be acknowledged. And now I'll hand you over to my teammate, Kenneth. He'll further demonstrate the filing process on our website. Kenneth, can you take us through the filing process, please?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Melissa. Here's the page with the missing persons, animals, vehicles, and items. We use Smokey as an example. So you click on Smokey, here you'll find some information about Smokey, such as the name, the gender, the breed, color, etc. As you see, Smokey has been found. Thank you to Lost and Found. Down here, you have a section where you can drop a comment. So I'll just drop in a random comment to show that it works. Underneath Andrea's comment, you'll see my comment right here. Kenneth, glad that he's found. And here is a list of animals and items that were found by people who will uploaded it to our website. And here's a contact page where you could just drop a question and we will be able to reply to it. So I'm going to demonstrate how you can file a missing report. I'll use an animal as an example. So you just make up a name of the animal. Name it John. The kind of the breed of animal would be a Jack Russell. Put male. White. And we could put additional information about the animal, such as like he has a link, walks with a link, answers to Johnny, and also likes to jump on you. Also upload a picture of the animal. Here I have a random picture I got from off the internet. Maybe hit submit. Then you get a notification saying that thank you, your email has been sent. To show that that's working, I will share the email with you. As you can see here, they got the report with the animal name, the breed, gender, etc., along with the picture of the animal. So the challenges we had with the website is implementing an email system. So we did some PHP coding along with getting some assistance from Sanjay. And thank you very much for the help, Sanjay. Because of you, the email system is not working. We were also having problems getting the comment box, to the comment section to work. So we had to change up some coding and we finally get it to work. And the final challenge we had was timing. So me, Melissa, and Tanika got together and decided that on a Sunday at 1:30, we will come online on Zoom and work on the website together. I will now hand it over back to Tanika Thompson, who will go through the conclusions.
Thank you, Kenneth. So in conclusion, Lost and Found is a website that will provide one central location dedicated to offering a record of missing persons or valuable items. So, as I said earlier, we have TV, Facebook, and WhatsApp. But what Lost and Found hopes to do is take all that information and focus the user on what is missing, not necessarily everything. What your friends see on social media, entertainment, sports, TV. The second part that will be accomplished by using Lost and Found, or the website will accomplish, is crowdsourcing and moderators will be used to keep the site fresh and up to date for users. So I will now hand over to Melissa to tell you about what's next.
What's next? You ask for lost and found. Well, from here, we may further look to customize the website, expand the time past 3 days for information to be stored. We may look at possibly a possible addition of fields, input of fields to include users from like the Caribbean and the wider region, extend the service to them. We would also look at, say, upgrading the look and feel of the website, maybe adding a bit more color to any of the sections background, or maybe a feedback page for users to report about their experience using our Lost and Found website. Maybe they can add some ideas to improve the usage and experience for all. There's some lessons we did learn from the coding. Tanika, you wanna add your lesson that you learned?
Thanks, Melissa. Sure. Well, the workshop has been truly an eye-opener in learning about programming and coding in terms for me of e-commerce. I enjoy that. So being able to design and create a functional website to keep the user's attention will be what I've learned. Kenneth?
I was not so good at JavaScript from going to BCC, but thanks to this class, I have a way better understanding now of JavaScript.
Well, for me, thanks guys. It was a chance to relearn an old skill. I haven't coded in years, the HTML. And it was also a chance to learn a new skill, the JavaScript, which is very interesting. I haven't weighed in between the two, which I like most. It was definitely fun to learn a new skill and revisit an old one. So I really appreciated the coding workshop. Thank you, CSF, for the experience, and continue and keep up the good work. Taniqua, you conclude.
All right. Well, just like Melissa said, I want to thank everyone for the opportunity to present today, and that concludes our presentation. Any questions for us?
Thank you.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Excellent work. So every year we leave the best team for last. So please don't disappoint us, Tech Flurry, right? No, I'm kidding. They're great. So Tech Flurry presents their one-stop shop for all your computer parts. They showcase their store, Omega Tech, using a beautiful, responsive website that shows great on mobile phones as well, which will become the next Amazon of the Caribbean, of course, or larger than that, right? So this website, it even has a functional shopping cart that they programmed that totals your items for you. So, however, a question before we go. I do wonder if they sell iPhone chargers. I mean, of course they would have to. They're a one-stop shop for computer stuff. But what a question has been burning me, Andre. I do wonder if they can tell me this, or even you. Why are iPhone chargers not called apple juice? Why not, Andre? Tell me why. Anything to say about that?
I think you have to submit all grievances to Apple customer service. Maybe they'll take you seriously.
So let's hear from Tech Flurry.
Yeah.
Hi, good
Take it away, guys.
afternoon. My name is Selena Leslie, and I will be showing all the presentation that we prepared.
Excellent.
Okay. So TechFlurry Inc. is an online computer store designed for persons My apologies. TechFlurry Inc. is an online computer store designed for persons to purchase computer software and accessories. This website was designed to cater to anyone. However, this website would be more useful to persons in the computer engineering field. So as I said previously, my name is Selena Leslie, and I am currently in sixth form at Queen's College. And I will hand over to my teammates to introduce themselves to you.
Hi, my name is Joshua Brathwaite. I am a worker at Mount Barbados, and I'm a computer enthusiast from Young.
Good morning. My name is Ed Lamar Ford, and I am a website design enthusiast. I'm currently trying to find a way how to market my skills.
Good morning. My name is Josiah Granum. I am in fifth form at Harrison College.
Okay, I'll hand over to Josiah now to share the website with you guys.
All right, so this here is it. This is our website, TechFlurry. This is a site for computer parts, computer accessories, anything like that. I'll stay up. This is the home page. You see we have our background, which is obviously has to be related, and styling. Obviously, we chose this with the help of Sanjay, like blue and white, and put in different things, just like how we thought. And the animation you would have seen just now, all things that Sanjay and Andrew would have taught us that we decided we should put into this website to show what we learned. On this page, we have our about section. It tells us what we do and our delivery hours. Obviously, you can come on the website anytime, but these are the hours that we will be delivering. And our contact us section down here And back up, I forgot to mention this nav bar here. This will take you to our five links that we have, and the about and contact and home. These are on this page, and the stock and shopping cart are two different pages that we will visit a little later. For the contact, I just wanted to show you very quickly that this is fully operational. It does have error handling a bit, so you will see this red line flash up to show that this is not the correct format for email address. Obviously, we know that it has to be this, and you can type whatever message you want, send in your message, and we'll tell you thanks for your feedback. Now to move on to our products, where you could either come here and press start in the nav bar, or you could hit look for parts, and you have them in the different categories. They are cases, hard drive, fan, motherboards. We basically focus mostly on computer parts. It will expand to more things, and hopefully we can get Sanjay's Apple charger, but we just haven't included those things yet. So we come into here and you can find your different products, whatever you're looking for. As we said, we're still working on it, so we don't have the variety that we like to have. But just to show you these things now, I invite my colleague Ed Lamar. He did the JavaScript and what's not for this, so I'll invite him to show you the add to cart and the shopping cart feature. Ed Lamar.
Hi, thank you. Okay. As my colleague Josiah was explaining, there's a shopping cart, and the first thing you could do with a shopping cart, by definition, is a piece of software that accepts the customer's payments and distributes the product. So without the cart, I don't think it would be a shopping site. So to just show you the shopping cart in action, we just first you could add such things as the go through the part. So right now we're in storage page. You could go ahead and it would ask you, when you hit the add cart button, it would ask you for the number of parts you want. When you go ahead and add the parts, it will say that it was added. So when you go ahead to go to the shopping cart, which my colleague will do, you will be presented with a form where you would fill out your customer name with the details. And if you scroll down a bit, you will see the item that was added to the cart and how much ever you ordered with the total and with also the unit price and all these things that you would normally find in a shopping cart. If this is not the item that you're looking for, you could easily just hit clear and everything would come out the shopping cart, and you could start over by going into the actual items again, and you'll get the correct order. Once those are filled in, so you'll see. Once everything is filled in and you completed your name and so on, you could then hit the proceed button. But the proceed button only works if you have filled out the form. So I would just ask Josiah to fill out the form so you could see. That's it. Right. So then when he hits proceed now, you'll be prompted to pay, and upon successfully receiving the payments, we would then deliver the products to you. I will now hand over to Joshua, who will talk about some of the challenges that we may have coming with the website and building the website. Joshua?
Hi, thank you, Ed. Hi, good morning. Um, Some of the challenges that we had was harder. It was very hard for us as strangers to form groups to work together. Some people could be shy or they just can't work in groups because not everyone could work in groups. But we just come together and we said, well, we gotta come up with shelves, things gotta get done, and we did it. Another challenge that we had was the syllabus, mainly only being Saturdays. The syllabus was kind of short, so in doing that, it means that we had to put a lot more time during the week to do to try to understand the work. Another problem was scheduling during the week. As I said, we I work and Selena goes to school, and all of us have different things to do. So the hours that we'll be able to come together as a group and deal with the website was very late. There had times where we were on all in 10 and 11 o'clock in the night and we going through the website. Um, Another thing is the conflicted interests. As you can see, I think we were the only group with 4 people. So that means that it was 4 brains. So you have 4 sets of different ideas. So having to deal with that and coming together to tell that we would do that one idea, it was kind of an issue, but we got through with everything. Um, in conclusion, another the main challenge for us was actually understanding the language, but due to the help of Sanjay and Andre and their office hours, and also YouTube, we got it working. Um, Conclusion. We believe that this workshop has had a significant benefit on our coding experience, and we learned valuable team building skills. And for the future and our next steps is, as we said, our delivery service due to the COVID-19. People are quarantined. They don't like going in these stores or anything, so they will be able to we will be able to deliver the things to them so that they won't have to go through all of that hassle. And hopefully we would add more stock and begin our store. Thank you very much.
All right. Good job, guys.
Right. So, guys, so we have seen some amazing talent here. And I just want to say hats off to, headphones off to them. Right, guys? Excellent job today. But before we wrap up, we do not have another team, right? But we do have a remarkable student who unfortunately, due to her CAPE exams, was unable to participate in a group project. However, she tells me another reason she was so constrained for time is because she is the CEO and founder of her own online educational youth organization called PCSG, Private Caribbean Study Goals, where students help other students succeed. How intriguing. She needs to tell us a bit more about this. But what do you think about this so far, Andre?
I'm intrigued to hear more about her. She's a very sharp student, so take it away, Jasmine. Let's hear what you have to say.
Let's have it.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Jasmine Green, and yes, I am the CEO, but before I go into PCSG, I would like to thank Professor Ward, Sanjay Mahabir, and Andre Hussein for all their hard work and helping me to create what I've created. So I thank you very much for all of your dedication towards me and towards all the other students here. I would like to thank CSF for hosting the camp and that I was able to join, as well as I would like to thank everyone here for being able to witness this. This is my first time presenting to such a large crowd. No, it isn't, but I am I'm a bit nervous, but I'm ready to go. So, yes, my name is Jasmine Green and I am a CAPE student in lower 6 of the Combermere School. I have been going there for 5 years. So I'm going to present my screen. Okay, so PCSG stands for Private Caribbean Study Goals. Now for my presentation. PCSG, Private Caribbean Study Goals, is a nonprofit youth organization and online educational institution founded on March 28, 2020 due to COVID-19 by myself, which exists to help CXC students succeed with the motto, students helping students succeed. So we go into, what are the PCSG student hosts? PCSG administers the idea of students teaching students and has given them the unique title of PCSG student hosts. Our student hosts tutor their fellow students using Zoom and private WhatsApp study groups, as in our public Discord server. Now, before I go into the Discord server and how PCSG has benefited me, I would like to show what I had coded, thanks to Sanjay and Andre for helping me. And I'm going to get that right now. Here we are. So I've coded different bio cards to show the different students in the team and the student hosts. By founding PCSG, I now have the accessibility to share my educational goals and struggles of being a student and student entrepreneur with my fellow Caribbean volunteers, especially my team, and obtain support and encouragement from others as we help other students as we help ourselves. Since March, PCSG has impacted hundreds of students, educationally and personally. And it amazes me every time I read the message of gratitude from students my age, younger and older. I am grateful to God and my family, friends, and team for the support and love. And I am grateful to myself for continuing PCSG and helping students just like me. That is the end of my presentation. I will now go into the study goals Discord server briefly to explain the tools as I had mentioned and how they are implemented into the server to help students. The team and I back in September researched different study methods to help students. These being timing yourself, listen to certain types of music, being in an area that either has many people in a study group or very little people in a study group. By doing this, we took a Discord server where Discord is mainly for gaming, but because of COVID-19, Discord has now become a variety of servers where in one server, you have more than 500,000 people who can talk, chat, and be on video call. That definitely serves as communication for students to study.
Great job. And we all look forward to going to your website later on. And hopefully, like some of the other projects we saw this morning, our CAPE scores and our CSEC scores and will all increase in the region, and this should be of great benefit to all our students in the Caribbean. And I think the idea of students teaching students works. It actually does work, sometimes better than professors teaching students. And so kudos and hats off to you.
Thank you much, Lee.
Professor Ward,
Yes.
yeah, Professor Ward, can I say just a couple of words? Unfortunately, I've got to run. This is Dr. Lane. I'm so impressed with these students this morning.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. David or Bernie, you want to say anything before we're about to?
Yes, Professor, I just wanted to add my congratulations to the students. I was also very impressed with all the presentations, and the new websites will certainly give me something to look at as I continue to quarantine myself. It has given me a chance to do more education of myself. So thanks very much to all of you, and good luck. And if I can be of any help To those who want to pursue studies here in Georgia, you have a representative here in your humble servant, David Cutting, Honorary Consul for Barbados.
Bernie, you want to add anything?
Just say congratulations also. As you can see from my background, I wish I were there with you instead of here in Georgia, but thanks to Zoom, maybe one of your wonderful students will be the next Zoom or the next the next Microsoft, and we knew you win. We knew you win. Happy holidays to everyone.
Well, the team in Atlanta
You
has
as
been
well.
very, very supportive. They have their own CATC branch down there, which supports the Caribbean Science Foundation. So thanks to the Lane family, and thank you, David Cutton, Honorary Consul. And we have at least one student at Georgia Tech from the SPICE program, and I'm sure others are going to be in the Atlanta area, and I'll connect you guys with them as they come.
Everybody seems to be from my hometown. I'm from Atlanta. Everybody's in Georgia these days. My goodness.
Georgia is the center of the world right now. You've got
Yeah,
two senators to elect, and you've got lots of COVID. So
right.
Just
Can I also offer my
thing.
right? Can I also offer my congratulations to all the students. I mean, you guys are so smart. I mean, you are actually like my own daughters. They're so smart. You know, I have a PhD in theoretical physics from Princeton, actually. I have my shirt on. But my daughters, whenever I go to see them with my computer questions, I have to actually study because they really humble me. But you young people are so smart.
So let me say thanks to Sagicor, because Sagicor, again, is one of the sponsors of this particular workshop here in Barbados. And so is the JetBlue Foundation. JetBlue wasn't able to join us today, as far as I can tell. I had reserved a slot where they could say a few words. And the Ministries of Education in Barbados, they're all very, very supportive of what we're doing, thanks to the ministry and the government of Barbados. We're looking for other sponsors now because we want to do this again in January through March, and again, September through December, like we are now. We do 2 sessions per year of these computer coding workshops. And I think the City of Bridgetown Credit Union has offered to help in the January to March workshop. And I take it 1 session at a time. I'm not sure who's going to help us in the fall of next year, but I'll worry about that when we get there. But thanks to all of you, not just the students, but also the participants who have come on today to be with us. And of course, the teamwork that we saw from these students, because most of them had never worked in teams before, but somehow they got it together. And if you saw what these talks were like last week and even early this morning versus what you just saw, there was a tremendous growth, tremendous improvement in the presentations by these students. So as students, I know, you saw the age range. Some people were in high school and some were in the workforce for many years, because the theme behind this workshop, after we first conceived it, we changed it. We said it should not just be students. We need to help train the workforce of the future. And that's why we opened it up to students who are a lot older than the ones that you saw in high school. And then the older students, who had been in school for a long time had to become a student again and work with youngsters. And the age range in some of the groups was enormous. But that didn't stop anyone. There were no barriers. We encouraged the students to help one another and teams to help one another. And it all worked out. So thank you, students. Thank you, instructors. Thank you, sponsors. And thanks to the general audience who came on today. We were very, very, very fortunate. And I hope that these 2 instructors who were really phenomenal, you heard all the students praise them, will stay with us and maybe help us with the next one. So have a happy holidays. Students, you can relax a little bit. You can get a bit more sleep now and go to bed at a decent hour now that it's over. And do something with what you learned in the workshop. You heard me asking all the time, are you going to monetize this? Are you going to make a company out of it? Because that's what we hope to come out of a lot of the things the Caribbean Science Foundation does. We are about helping with the economic development of the region. And if you help with that, there's a good chance that you too can become wealthy from some of the things that we do by pushing yourself and pushing the technology further towards applications. So don't forget that. Do something with what you learned in this workshop, please, either for yourself personally or for others, because that's what the world is about. So I'm willing to close it out unless someone wants to have the very, very last word. You're giving me the last word. Dinah, you want to have the last word? Or are you still on?
I am still on. Just want to say thank you again to all of the audience. Big congratulations to all the students for the fantastic presentations. And a huge thank you to our two wonderful instructors.
Great, great. So anyway, you've been introduced to the SPICE family and the robotics camp family and the coding workshop family and the whole family, because all of you now are family of the Caribbean Science Foundation. So thanks again, and Godspeed. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Take care, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Y'all have
Bye,
a
everyone.
wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Have
And
a
everyone did a
Christmas.
great job. Just wanted to say congrats, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.